Hello YouTubers, today's video is I'll be doing a 1-year review on my 18,000 BTU mini-split. This is a review of my Mr. Cool. It's a 4th generation Energy Star single zone 18,000 BTU mini-split. I have had this mini-split for about a year. I purchased this out of my own money or out of my own pocket. I installed everything except for the electrical work that I had done professionally. I wanted to stay within code, obviously, and I didn't want to burn my house down. Like I said, this is an 18,000 BTU. It's good for heating or cooling up to 800 square feet. My particular home I'm on a slab. I have a cabin in the woods, and I'm approximately 1,000 square feet, plus or minus, and this does perfectly fine. I've got an open floor plan with the exception of the bedrooms and the bathroom, and I have 2 bedrooms. I have a lot of windows. I'm very well insulated, so this does a very good job for me. As I said, I did install it myself. It does come with a template that with the instructions that you put up against the wall. You can mark out where you're going to screw in your mounting plate. Also tells you where to drill the hole for the tubing to go on the outside. This is, by the way, ductless. If you excuse me, I'm going to read a lot of this because I don't want to get it wrong, and it'll give you a little bit more information. You can also look this up on their website or on Lowe's website. This is where I happen to get mine. By the way, I happen to pay about $2,100 for it, plus or minus a few, and my electrical ran right around $500. The Mr. Cool 4th generation DIY 18,000 BTU 22 SEER ductless heat pump system offers a complete solution to your home's heating and cooling needs. The system can heat and cool an area up to 800 square feet and is capable of an Energy Star certified 22 SEER efficiency rating. Says the best feature of this system is the ease of installation it provides to the homeowner. Now, I installed this alone by myself. I didn't have any help on it whatsoever. The tools I needed was basically a socket set, a screwdriver set, preferably Phillips drive. Also, I had an electric or cordless drill with a 3-inch hole saw attached to it. So, and that's where I drilled my hole, or how I drilled my hole to go through for my ducting, which you can't see here, but you will see it when I shoot the compressor or the heat pump on the outside. This was very easy. If you have a second person, it makes it a little bit easier because it is a little bit awkward, and you could have somebody holding on to the head unit while somebody else threads through the duct, or not the ducting, but your pressure lines. These pressure lines, by the way, are already charged up. So now the pre-charged lines are 25 feet long. Basically, you get everything you need for this. The only accessories that I happened to purchase was a concealment kit that hides my ducting, or not my ducting, but my pressure lines on the outside. And also I bought a rack system or a shelving system where I could mount it on the outside of my house and have my compressor off the ground. A lot of people, what they'll do, and you can see a lot of YouTube videos on this as well, they mount it on a slab on the outside. I prefer to have it up. It kind of keeps things cleaner, keeps it out of the snow, as well as any leaves or any other dirt. It does, I think, a little bit better job. So I'm not going to go into an awful lot more for it. I've kind of hit pretty much most of the specifications. The one other thing that I think I should add to it is that it runs on two 15 amp 110 lines. It does give you the specification, tells you how, you know, what your minimum requirements are, and basically my recommendation, unless you know an awful lot about electrical work, is to have it done. It was a lot cleaner for me to have someone take care of it for me. Now with it, you also get a remote control, and it has all the features on it. Power, mode, eco, also has a time. It's set up for a timer, and you can also control your temperature settings. So you can control your fan speed as well as you know, your favorites. It has a turbo feature as well. It does have a clean feature, and also you can control the LED, which is your temperature indicator. I'll turn this on, you can kind of get an idea. You can't see it, it's right up here. That's right now. I've got it set at 80. I can kick it down to about any temperature I really want to have it at. Now in the cold weather, when the temperature is down close to freezing, what you'll find, and you could look a lot of this up, it'll probably give you the information as well in your owner's manual, but you will see a code that says DR. Now that DR is based, or DF, that code indicates is defrosting. So in order for the pump to run properly, it heats itself up, brings it up to a workable temperature, and then it'll automatically go to the temperature that you have it set for. You can see the fan has dropped down. Let's see, I got this pretty well set there. And then after it's been on for about a minute or so, and it's brought up to temperature, it'll kick the fan on for you. And you can control that fan as well. You have a fan speed control as well as turbo. So again, I don't know if you can see this very well, but that's your indicator. And that does light up, or your remote control. Remote control does come with batteries. It takes a couple of AA's. And like right now, I can feel that. Again, I've had this for a year now, and it has worked very well. I've used it in the winter time, and as well as in the summertime. Now I'll admit, I do have a fireplace insert that I use, and a lot of times I'll turn that on in the morning to kind of take the edge off, but I also turn on my Mini-Split. That is my primary source of heat. Now as far as electric, don't hold me to it. As far as my particular home or situation, my electric bill has averaged about $30 a month. That's going to vary based on how much temperature, what your temperature is set at, how well you're insulated, and what kind of temperature is outside. If you're having a hard winter or cold winter, or if it's a hot summer, or like with myself, I'm over towards the woods, and so I'm kind of like marginal. I don't get the real hard winters. I get a lot of snow, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. And in the summertime, I went for several years without even having an air conditioner, but since I've got the Mini-Split, it makes all the difference in the world. Now it can be set up to shut off automatically, or else you can do it just by hitting the power control button. When you do, you can see your vent closes up. It's got a nice clean look. All you need to do as far as cleanup is this, your cover or faceplate will lift up. You've got two filters here, and then this one, if I lift this up here, has an extra filter behind it. And so you basically can vacuum that or clean it out or whatever, and then just slip it back in. It goes in very easy. If you want, you could probably order extra ones. I just got the one that's done fine. As far as putting this back in, you simply line it up and just slip it in, and it just snaps right in. It can't be any easier than that. And it just simply closes up and it's done. So again, it cannot be any simpler to run. So what I'll do now is I'll take you outside and I'll show you the compressor. Okay, as I said, this is the compressor unit or the main body of the Mr. Cool Mini-Split. Again, 18,000 BTU. I do have it mounted on a bracket system that mounts to the back of my, or back outside of my house, and that keeps everything up and off the ground. I've got it away from the wall, probably a good 8 inches or better. That gives me room to roll or coil up my lines, because you get, like I said, 25-foot of lines. I don't have much space, you know, or need for an extra long line. In fact, the back of my unit is right here. This is where it goes in. And then I've got the cover, which I've got screwed on here. That covers up my lines. It is running right now, so basically whatever you hear is all it is, as loud as it gets. So it works out very nice. So I did kind of clean up the top of it a little bit, just for show. It was looking a little bit dirty on the top, but just a little Windex and a rag kind of took care of that. Again, your hookups are all on this end. Basically, it's almost like plug and play. Everything is color coded and numbered for your electrical, your lines, and you'll see the instructions when you get them. Also, I didn't do a video on how to install it, but there are plenty of them out there that'll tell you how to make the connection for your hoses. It is simple. Do not be intimidated. Just take it slow and careful, and kind of keep in mind what you're doing. If you have to read the instructions several times, that's fine. But it basically just mounts right up. I have used some wire ties, and I've kind of tied the hoses together, kind of keeping them stable, and also helps keep them neat. The rest of it's all self-explanatory. This is the box that I had wired up, and it's basically, most places are to code that when you open it up, there is a fuse. You lift it, turn it over, and it'll shut everything off for maintenance. I have not had to do any maintenance on this whatsoever. I've just kept the area clean, and that's all I've really had to do. I haven't seen the need as far as cleaning out around my fan. However, sometimes I believe they do say to kind of keep an eye on it. As I've stated, I have had this unit for about a year now, and I've gone through all the seasons, fall, winter, spring, and summer, and it has been fantastic. I have absolutely no regrets. Everything from the packing to the parts that are included, to the installation, to the operation. It runs quiet and it runs efficient. And that $30 a month extra for me and that's in my situation. I think this is well worth it. I hope you enjoyed this look or this review of my Mr. Cool 18,000 BTU 4th generation mini split. If you are considering a mini split of any brand name, I hope this helps you make a decision as far as which way to go and what brand to buy. So, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And most of all, thanks for watching. And please, feel free to make a comment whether you like the video or not. I welcome all opinions, whether they're good or bad.